नमस्कार बच्चों हमने अपने इससे पहले की वीडियो में हम पढ़ रहे थे डेटाबेस कॉन्सेप्ट्स एंड एसक्यूएल क्लास 12 इन्फॉर्मेटिक्स प्रैक्टिसेस। इससे पहले हमने पढ़ लिया था कि डेटाबेस क्या है, डेटाबेस के मेन कॉन्सेप्ट्स क्या हैं, कौन कौन से मॉडल्स हैं जिन पे डेटाबेस एप्लीकेबल है या कौन कौन से मॉडल हैं जिन पे डेटाबेस बिल्टअप किया जाता है, और रिलेशनल डेटा मॉडल क्या है। रिलेशनल डेटा मॉडल से रिलेटेड कुछ टर्म्स हम लोगों ने देख लिए थे। और बच्चों आज हमें देखना था कि एक पर्टिकुलर रिलेशन में या टेबल में डिफरेंट टाइप की कीज क्या होती हैं। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ कीज। You know a table is a collection of rows and columns. Basically rows are known as tuples, or you can say a record, whereas columns are known as a field or an attribute. So each row in a table should be unique. That means no duplicacy should be there. So in every table we have some fields that plays some important role in identification of the row or relation of the tables, like that. So these special columns are known as keys. Okay, so in a relation, to identify a particular record, we have a key, or we have a column or a set of column that uniquely identifies the record. So at the time of the creation of the table, we assign the role to different columns as per their role in the table. So these key may be of different types, like primary key, candidate key, alternate key and foreign key. Now let's see what are these keys. First is primary key. Or before primary key, you can say first we have to see what are candidate keys. Basically a column or a set of column in a table that can uniquely identify a particular row of table is known as candidate key, or are known as candidate key. They can be multiple. So the column of the table or set of columns that can uniquely identify a row in a table is known as candidate key, or it can be multiple keys. So you can say all the columns in a table that can uniquely identify a row of the table are known as candidate keys. Similarly, if a column or a set of column uniquely identifies a row in the table is known as a primary key. That means the columns that can identify, they are candidate key, but in actual at the time of creation of the table, when we define that this particular column will identify the unique rows in the table, then this will be a primary key. That means we designate a candidate key as a primary key. Alright, so only the language is different here. The columns that can identify, जो कर सकते हैं वो कैंडिडेट हैं, लेकिन जो कर रहा है वो क्या है, वो प्राइमरी की है, जिसको कि हमने डेजिग्नेट किया है। एक और चीज़ है यहाँ पे, प्राइमरी की जो है वो सिर्फ एक हो सकती है आपकी टेबल में, लेकिन कैंडिडेट कीज एक से ज़्यादा हो सकती हैं। ठीक है, तो ये भी चीज़ यहाँ पे आपके नोट्स में लिखी हुई है। ये देखिए, देयर कैन बी ओनली वन प्राइमरी की इन अ टेबल। इन केस ऑफ अ प्राइमरी की, only those column can be selected as primary key that have only distinct value and not null. That means value should be unique and we cannot leave them blank. And all these properties are same for candidate keys. So one more type is there, that is alternate key. That means all the candidate keys that all the candidate keys other than primary key are known as alternate keys. That means the keys that can play the role of a primary key, but they are not the primary key. So that means they were candidate but not selected as primary key, so they are alternate keys, right? So one more type of key is there, but before moving to foreign key, let's see the example of primary key, candidate key and alternate key. Let's see here I am giving an example of this particular table. Dept and EMP table is here. कैंडिडेट की, प्राइमरी की, ऑल्टरनेट की पहले हम लोग देख लेंगे, बाद में हम लोग फॉरेन की देखेंगे. तो यहाँ पे दो टेबल बनी है, डेप्ट और एम्प्लॉय. डेप्ट टेबल में डेप्ट एनओ है, डी नेम है और सिटी है. अब अगर हम यहाँ पे देखें तो डेप्ट एनओ जो कॉलम है, ये हर एक डिपार्टमेंट को एक यूनिक वैल्यू दी गई है, उसको हम यहाँ पे डेप्ट एनओ कह रहे हैं. डी नेम मतलब डिपार्टमेंट का नेम हो सकता है और सिटी हो सकती है. अब ये भी पॉसिबल है कि डिपार्टमेंट का नेम जो है वो भी डिफरेंट हो. ऑब्वियस सी बात है कि डिपार्टमेंट नेम डिफरेंट होंगे, सेम नेम के दो डिपार्टमेंट हो ही नहीं सकते. बट सिटी कुड बी सेम ना. एक डिपार्टमेंट के लिए सिटी कुछ है, दूसरे के लिए भी सेम सिटी हो सकती है. तो यहाँ सिटी को नहीं ऑप्ट करेंगे क्योंकि सिटी वाले कॉलम में डुप्लीकेट वैल्यू होंगी. डेप्ट एनओ और डी नेम में वैल्यूज अलग अलग हो सकती हैं, तो ये दोनों प्राइमरी की बन सकते हैं. मतलब डेप्ट एनओ एंड डी नेम बोथ कैन बी यूज्ड टू आइडेंटिफाई row in a table, unique row in a table. So but at the time of creation we wrote dept no as primary key. Then in that case d name will be alternative to primary key. So why we have selected dept no instead of d name? Because basically the column that identify a particular row, and or you can say the column that is used for identification or that is used in condition, it should be numeric, you can say, or you can say ki the comparison on numeric value will be faster than the comparison of string values. So that's why here we opt dept no as primary key. So if we say or if we see candidate key, then we can say dept no and d name both are candidate keys, but we designate dept no as primary key. So dept no is primary key. Then what is alternate key? The d name is alternate key. That means all the candidate keys that are not a primary key are known as alternate key. Now let's see one more example of employee table. Here employee is the table, EMP ID, e-name, Aadhaar number, passport number, salary and dept no. These are the columns of employee table. Now if we see suppose candidate keys. So what are candidate keys? The column or the columns in a table that can uniquely identify. So here we can see the columns that can identify each row uniquely. It could be EMP ID, e-name also, but there may be chances that names of two employees are same. So e-name will not be selected. Aadhaar number is different for everyone. So it also can identify the row uniquely. Passport number is also there. So if we see EMP ID, Aadhaar number and passport number, these three columns can uniquely identify the row, a row in a table. So EMP ID, Aadhaar number and passport number are candidate keys. Now at the time of creation of the table, we designate EMP-ID as primary key. So throughout the working, EMP-ID will uniquely identify the row in a table, so it is primary key. So you can say EMP-ID uniquely identifies a record in a table employee, so it is a primary key. Now what are the columns that are left now? So in candidate key, if we remove EMP-ID, then we have alternate keys. So Aadhaar number and passport number are alternate keys. So once again we can see EMP-ID, Aadhaar number and passport number can uniquely identify an employee in the table employee. But at the time of creation of table, we designate EMP-ID as primary key. So EMP-ID will uniquely identify each row. Now the keys that are left, or you can say candidate keys that are left. So Aadhaar number and passport number are left. So the candidate keys which are not primary key are Aadhaar number and passport number. So these are known as alternate key. Alright. आई होप कि ये चीज़ बच्चों समझ में आ गई होगी. सिंपल बस लैंग्वेज हमें देखनी है. सबसे पहले हम बात करते हैं कैंडिडेट कीज की. तो दैट मीन्स द कॉलम्स इन अ टेबल that can uniquely identify a record in a table are known as candidate keys. Then the column in a table that uniquely identifies a row in a table is known as primary key. And then in case of alternate keys, all the columns, or you can say all the candidate keys in a table which are not primary key are known as alternate key. Alright. इसको एक रियल लाइफ का अगर एग्जांपल लें तो उससे भी समझा जा सकता है. फॉर एग्जांपल जब भी इलेक्शन होते हैं तो क्या होता है, पहले सबसे पहले हम लोग क्या करते हैं, कैंडिडेट्स डिसाइड होते हैं. वो सारे कैंडिडेट्स जो कि एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया फुलफिल कर रहे हैं, मतलब वो सारे एक पर्टिकुलर पोस्ट के लिए से प्राइम मिनिस्टर, तो वो सारे उस पोस्ट के लिए एलिजिबल हैं, तो वो अपना नॉमिनेशन फिल कर सकते हैं. मतलब वो सारे कैंडिडेट हैं फॉर द पोस्ट ऑफ जो भी पोस्ट हम ले रहे हैं, लाइक प्राइम मिनिस्टर. बट आफ्टर इलेक्शन ओनली वन विल बिकम द प्राइम मिनिस्टर एंड अदर्स आर नाउ alternate. Why alternate? Because they were eligible but only one is elected. So same thing is here. All are candidate but we opted one as primary key, so the remaining one will be alternate keys. So this is the you can say example. Now let's see what is foreign key. Basically a column in a table, that is a primary key in another table is known as foreign key in the current table. That means here we have two tables. In these two tables one column is common. Okay, so in one table it is primary key, so in the another table it will be known as a foreign key. Generally if we have two tables and we have a common column in both the tables, then means we are going to relate these two tables on the basis of this common column, or you can say we are going to establish a link between these two tables using that common column. So now let's see the example of this one also. The same example is there, like debt table. Here debt tenor is primary key, but in employee table we here also we have debt tenor, but debt tenor is primary key in debt table, so here in employee table it is known as foreign key. One more example is in this one. Let's see, here employee table is there and debt tenor is also there. Here in department table debt tenor is also there, but in department table it is primary key because it has unique values and not null, unique and not null values, but in the table employee it has repeated values, and dep10 is not a primary key here. So this particular column is primary key in another table. So in employee table it is known as foreign key. Foreign key means the primary key of another table is known as foreign key in the current table. So what is the use of foreign key? Basically this is first thing is it is used to establish a link between two tables, and second is it is a constraint. Constraint means whenever we enter the value of dep10 in this table, you can say in child table, then its value will be checked in the parent table. If value lies in the parent table, in that case we are able to enter here, otherwise it will not be accepted. For example, like here we have 10, 20, 30, 40, and so only these values are accepted in employee table for department number. Suppose we try to enter an employee with department number 50 in employee table, so it will not be allowed because the entry for department number 50 is not there in the department table, and this is the master table here. If the value exists in this particular column, only then it will be allowed in the foreign key field of the table. So you can say the value of a foreign key field is derived from the primary key field of another table, right? So इतना बच्चों आज हमने पढ़ा कि कैंडिडेट कीज क्या है, प्राइमरी की क्या है, ऑल्टरनेट की क्या है और फॉरेन की क्या है. एक बार फिर से जल्दी से इनकी डेफिनेशन ऐसे ही देख लेते हैं. बेसिकली in a table, all the columns that can uniquely identify a row in the table are known as candidate keys, whereas the column or set of columns in a table that uniquely identifies a row in a table are known as primary key. All the candidate keys other than primary key are known as alternate key, and a column in a table that is a primary key in another table and derives its values from the primary key field of another table is known as foreign key in the current table. And whenever you write the example, simply you can write like this. You write just name of the table and their field inside bracket, and after that simply you define that candidate keys are these, primary key is this, so the remaining are alternate key. And similarly foreign key is also here, foreign key dep10. So here parent table is dept and child table is employee. So children, that is all for this video. I hope you will understand the difference between the candidate key, primary key and the alternate key, and the features of or the properties of a foreign key. Thank you so much, bachcho.